Today we're going over the Faye channel celebrating Fire Emblem Heroes' 8th anniversary. Will we make it to 10 before the next mainline game releases? First bit of news are this year's Choose Your Legends 9 winners. For anyone not in the know, CYL is a voting competition. The top 2 men and women get special outfits with new ults. Those will release sometime in August, so you can start planning to save up now. For the boys, in first place is Igdinir, followed by Male Violet. On the ladies' side, Sharena pulled out the win, and in second place we have Balder. I really don't know what they're going to do for the new Faye LCs because, we've seen them for about 2 seconds. As for Sharena, it seems like she'll be dressed like Henriette, most likely. The Queen ain't dead yet, but it would be a nice nod. If they really wanted to do something different, I could see Sharena maybe donning something in honor of Bruno, aka Zacharias. Maybe like a "this is what he wore on the Order of Heroes" type thing. Now, as for Violet, the devs have already set a precedent for the avatars. The Brave Robins got the same outfit, which is lame as heck in my opinion. If they weren't cowards, then they may actually throw Male Violet in the Soldier's regalia too. Now, if they were going to change it up, then Gerald's outfit would still probably be a likely option. Moving on to the 8th anniversary events and rewards, we got some spicy stuff this year. First, the Hero Fest lineup is Rearmed Lucina, Attuned Ivy, Mythic Loki, and Emblem Marth. This banner will last for a whole month, so good luck. Speaking of summoning, we have another free, random seasonal unit chosen from all the ones released in the past year. You can pick the color of the unit, but you're not guaranteed to get said color in the summoning circles, so it's just totally RNG. I would consider anyone except a Force to Focus unit a win. Next, we have special maps to complete. These are super easy and will release every day. Complete all the maps for 13 orbs and 13 tickets. We're going to use said tickets for some free retired seasonal summons. These units are older and there are a lot more, so it's even more pure luck to what you get. I would keep expectations low, but free is free, and we can get 21 seasonals during the anniversary. To get the 8 remaining tickets, these are going to come from login bonuses. Now for some actual summoning with orbs, the seasonals of the past year are also being rerun. 36 units will be split into 3 groups of 12. I believe the first banner is in a couple days, and we'll get the second and third groups later. Each banner will have an 8% focus rate with no pity breakers, same setup as a monthly banner. If you have the Fae Pass, you can also spark after 40 summons. If you don't have orbs, well, you can still test your luck. For each of these 3 groups, we're going to get 5 first summon tickets. These will also come just from logging in. Next topic is A Hero Rises. Choose Your Legends is over, so we're doing another voting competition. It's already started and will last for the next week. As usual, the top 8 contestants will be in a voting gauntlet. It takes place at the end of February. The winner is going to be given to everyone, so it's generally a good idea to pick a strong meta unit that also has good fodder. The emblems take things further because the emblem rings are incredibly strong. For some breaking news, this year the banner for A Hero Rises is being changed up. Instead of the top 4 winners getting on one banner, all top 8 contestants will be summonable. This 8-man banner is going to have a 6% focus rate with no pity breakers. You can spark this banner 4 times and everyone can do this. It may be a worthy investment if you're looking for some strong units. Next up, here are all the login bonuses and anniversary quest rewards. This includes the 8 tickets for the free random seasonals. You can get 16 orbs, 80 secret coins in Divine Dew, there's 800 divine codes, heroic grails, and dragonflies of each type. In the lower left, we are getting the usual free Form of Soul. However, more breaking news in the bottom right, that's an Otherworld bond. This is a very notable and generous reward because Otherworld bonds are paid items only. They cost $55 US, which is basically an entire freaking Fire Emblem game. Now, to celebrate this free bond, there is going to be a special Binding Roads event held in a week. For some extra rewards, there's going to be additional 800 red dragonflowers and 2,000 divine codes in the rewards. Now, if you're not familiar, like Form of Souls, the Otherworld bonds can claim a formal version of a unit from the Binding Roads game mode. Unlike Hall of Forms, the selection of units you get are random, and can be anyone, I believe up to version 6.11. I think the cutoff is before book 7. The unit you pick will not come with any merges, but you get the entire kit on them plus full dragon flowers. Since you can merge into formas, some people may just use this as an extra merge, but typically it's nice to get a fully decked out favorite. Normally, you can only use 1 Otherworld bond per event, but they are letting people claim 2 formas from this one from the free bond, 1 for the paid only bond, because the selection of formas you find are random. This event is going to last longer than usual, February 9th to the end of the month. Keep logging in, doing the maps, and once again, start praying to get the unit you want with a hopefully good build as well. If you don't find anything you want, you can save the bond to the next event, no problem if you're patient. Personally, I've never bought an Otherworld bond, and the only time I've been tempted to is to claim a fully kitted out OG Nephany. I'm highly considering following through with that, but we'll see if I can find the one on my friends list or just one in the wild. Sometimes Fate can be a little stingy with certain rewards, but this is a huge step up. Moving on, maybe they're fine giving out an Otherworld bond because they're about to make their money back with a 3 Houses Valentines banner. They literally waited till a Hero Rises started to immediately drop another Edelgard ult. Time to see if this 80 can last long enough to make it to next year's top 8. Let's be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if Winter Edelgard was still in the top 8 this year, just cuz. Now, for Valentine's Edelgard, she's an X-Arm unit and appears to be bringing Assault Troop 4, or some kind of new tier for Assault Troop. Edelgard's still the only armor trying to do something different. With that said, her B-skill appears to be another Raging Storm variant, so extra actions. We do see Edelgard apply debuffs after combat instead of flame tiles, and she seems to have 2 movement like previous versions. For other skills, Edelgard's weapon has instant cooldown to charge and proc Armored Blaze. Her A skill looks like Sly Sturdy for a free follow. Very min-max stats, I think you can expect a very similar aggressive armor just like her last couple ults. Next up is Valentine's Dimitri. For something different, Dimitri pulls out his sword and once again is on a horse. He's very fast and would dump res like usual. For his passives, it seems like Dimitri has attack speed excel and shadow shift. You can see he has form movement and expect some kind of high conto ability. Dimitri appears to have another Atrocity B-skill variant, which means his Haze Slice special should be inheritable. In 3 houses, this combat art focused on avoiding attacks, which means it's highly likely Haze Slice is an unpierceable % option for at least Cavaliers. The other interesting thing is that Haze Slice has its own instant cooldown. We just saw Frostmoon get something similar, so I'm assuming that's the trade-off for no DR piercing. Curious as to what stat the damage scales off of, it's looking like it's either attack or speed. Not to be left out is Valentine's Claude. A golden deer looking dude wins CYL and Claude appears immediately. I'm telling you, the dude has been recruiting. Being the sneaky guy that he is, Claude did not reveal his base kit, so not a ton to go off of. He's a blue bow cavalier, again extending our no red bow cav streak right along into year 9 of the game. From combat, Claude has a new Fallen Star variant, and this one's got Scowl. I'm pretty sure it still has a 80% damage reduction, so Claude is not dying if you're relying on DR piercing specials. In addition, he's brought Curved Shot. A unit like Halloween Asker can reduce Fallen Star to 40%, but then Curved Shot adds another 40%, and Claude most likely is bringing flat DR as well. Essentially, unless you get more than 50% DR piercing or you can counter Scowl, Claude is once again going to be fairly annoying to damage. The last unit of the banner is Duo Rhea with Sothis. Very cute, little spoilery, but a nice ult to see. Like previous Valentine's ults, the harp seems to be an inspiration from the 3 Houses OST artwork. As a unit, Rhea is a colorless dragon. Kind of funny that her dragon form blocks out this on the screen. Now the only thing to glean from the preview is that Rhea is hitting Diamant twice. This is majorly suspicious because unless Rhea is insanely fast, Diamant neutralizes free fall-up skills and he raises the speed roll to double by 20. Rhea could have a frozen type ability, but Diamant has high defense too. Maybe it's a res version, or Rhea has brave attacks of some kind. We'll find out soon enough. The anniversary starts today, but the Valentine's banner releases in a couple days on the 6th or 7th. Pretty sure no one is a 4-star focus unit this time. For those out of orbs, we are getting the usual Tempest Trials event. The reward unit is Valentine's Hubert. Hubert looks like a blue armored mage, and that's going to make him only the second free-to-play one besides Winter Bruno. He's got Bold Fighter, which is interesting, plus Panic Ploy. Hubert is kind of fast, but not to an insane level. 23 defense for an army unit is just kind of wild to see. Now I'm highly curious to see what his weapon does after Johanna Lance. All I could really see is that it gives +5 stats and seems to debuff the enemy. Inheritable tomes generally have not been the best outside the arcane ones. I'm hoping Hubert brings us something a little more impressive. Next up, we have version 9.2 features. Holoforms is getting buffed again. If you finish the last level, not only do you get the higher rarity skills, but you now get to pick from 3 options per slot. It is very obvious that Forma souls make them a lot of money. Next, Arena now allows for 3 tactical retreats, and the chance for you to run away from the Snake Lady. Along with this, there's going to be 5 new Arena maps. That bottom right map is going to be something. Moving on to summoning changes, a bunch of season units are being retired to the 4-star special raid group. I believe these units are available to get from the 21 free tickets. For permanent 5-star units, there are also going to be more retired pity breakers. These units up to CYL9 are going to be available in weekly revival banners. You can check the in-game notification for the upcoming schedule. For Legendaries and Mythics, these 11 units here are also being quote-unquote retired into the remix banners. They will no longer be on the new monthly lineups and are next in line for remixes and refines in the future. A new thing that is being added this year is that with so many old Legendaries and Mythics, the retired ones in the remix banners are being retired again. Super old Legendaries and Mythics, I assume in the future, will now get their own monthly revival banner. 3 units will have a 4% focus rate. You still have Pity Breakers, but for all players, you can spark these banners after 40 summons. I'm curious if Grima still holds the record for most sparkable unit because she's been up there a lot. Now here's the 15 double retired legendary heroes. If you see anyone you want, you can start saving orbs for a spark. The very first monthly revival banner will begin on the 8th. This rotation will repeat after we get through everyone each month, so for these old units, you can get a lot of spark opportunities, at least until we shuffle more legendaries into this batch. That's all that was announced during the Fate channel, but the in-game notification also told us that Legendary Xander and Mythic Ash are the next remixed units. We'll talk about them very soon along with their refines. Overall, fairly nice anniversary. The free Otherworld bond is pretty insane, and we're getting a lot of random but free seasonal units. It's a fun surprise even if most of the older seasonals aren't typically the greatest. Now the 3 hostage units are for sure going to be some very strong units, so watch out for that. I don't exactly plan to summon, mainly because I've been spending for the past month. However, Haze Slice does interest me. Keep in mind though, A Hero Rises is also going to be a very cracked banner. Be sure to vote because any top 8 winners this year will be summonable pretty shortly. Thank you for watching, have fun with the anniversary rewards, and good luck with the RNG seasonal summons. I'll be back soon to talk about the update refines and the Valentine's banner once we get all the info. See you in the next video.